Hello, hello, and welcome back. I'm going to continue from 682 puzzles. I haven't had my webcam the last couple times because of a system issue. I have a feeling it's going to work this time, but it may again be missing next time. We'll see. It's a long process of finding the problem. Okay, I see one hiding there. Let's do it. Difficulty 5, and it is number 07719. Range 2 to 5, mismatch and inequality. Okay, 2 to 5. So there's only so many shapes I can do, and this is quite large. So maybe we'll end up using most or all of them. I don't know. So I've got the 2 bar. I pretend that's a 3 bar. Got this. And then for 4s, I've got I, O, L, T, and Z. And then for 5s, I've got, let's see if I can remember this, F, L, P, N. Is one of them called O? Oh, I got I. And then V, oh wait, T. V, W, X, Y, Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing one. Okay, I've got to look them up yet again. I don't even have a browser running. Which one am I missing? U. I'm missing U. So I'll put U there. I think there are 12, so I think that's all of them. I'm gonna go with it. Alright, so where do I begin here? Range 2 to 5, mismatch, inequality. Now, I wish there was something that... Well, okay, only one thing can be a 2. So, and I've got at least 2 here. Oops. At least 2 here and at least 2 here. And this has to be less than something. That doesn't help me much, does it? Mismatch. Range 2 to 5. Okay, where are my chains? I've got a chain here. This is at least something. In fact, no. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 here. I can't say if this chain continues further. So this is either a 2 or 3, a 3 or 4, and a 4 or 5. I need to pause briefly. Okay, where was I? Yeah, I don't know is the answer. So, at least 3 up here. Yeah, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. So if this were 5, maybe I can narrow this down. If this were 5, say it was something like this. This would then have to be either a 3 and a 1 or a 4. Could it even be a 3 and a 1? Because 2 of these things have to be less than something. So if it is a 3 and a 1, the 1 would have to be either here or here. So we could have something like this. Yeah, I could have a 3 and a 1 like that, something like that. Oh, no, I'm not allowed a 1, I'm not allowed a 1. Okay, so if it is a 5, I would need... Well, the only thing would be 2 2s, wouldn't it? Or a 4. Could be a 4, potentially. A 5 and a 4. If it's a 4 down here, the rest could be a 3 and a 2. Or a 5. And those are the only options. So I suppose in here in general, I've either got 4 and 5. It's 4 and 5, or I've got 4, 3, and 2, and are they my only options? Yeah, they are. I don't know how much that helps me, though. What about over here? I know I need a 2 or 3 here. Say I've got a 3. Then what am I doing with the rest of the space? The biggest this can be is a 5. Well, the biggest it can be in total is a 6. No, it can't. It can be a 5 in total. If I had 5 like this, this can't be a 3, can it? Because it would only leave 1 space. This could be smaller. That could leave 2 space. That might be acceptable. So I think there's a bit more wiggle room over here. Could even have something like that. A 2 here. And, well, I wouldn't be able to have a 2 here. No, can't do that. Can't do that. I'm gonna forget what this is talking about. It's talking about this whole space. No, I'm not. It's fine. Okay, they're connected. What else can I do? Yeah, this one I just cannot see my beginning. I can't see my start point. Like, this seems like a reasonable first move to make, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be telling me enough. Maybe I can figure something out from this. Or this. So you can't be the same shape. It's 4 and 5 or 4, 3, and 2. This can't be a 2, no matter what it is. This is either a 3 or 4. Or 5. This is also either 3, 4, or 5. This here can only be up to a 4. So it's a 2, 3, or 4. And same here, 2, 3, 4. Now maybe I can narrow something down based on that. If this, for example, was a 2, we'd have to connect those. Now this couldn't be a 2 anymore. And we've already got the 2, so this could only be a 4 or 5 now, and this could only be a 3 or 4. So maybe I'll try and follow this through. So if that's a 2, and this is a 3 or a 4, and this has to be bigger than something, we can't have a 2 somewhere else, so it's a 4 or 5. And this has to be bigger than something, so it can't be a 3. Now I think we can have a lot of pressure on 3s very quickly. If we do have a 2, we need a 3 and a 4, so one of the 3s is in here. And it would have to be here. There'd have to be one touching this. Or would it? I would need a 3. The only places it can go is there or there, and it can't fit here. So no, this is not a 2. So let's backtrack. Where I had some more stuff there. And I think I can say this is not a 2. Let me check that again. If it's a 2, it's the only 2 on the board. And if we have a 2 in here, we need a 2, a 3, and a 4. I can't have a 3 here, because something smaller than it would need to be a 2 on that side. So this needs to be 4 or 5. I can't have a 3 here for the same reason. So yeah, this can't be a 2. Not a 2. Not a 2. And now you can't be a 2. And if we don't have a 2 in here at all, well, hang on. Maybe we can have one down here or something. We would need a 3 and a 4 additionally. So if I put one here, this can't be 3, 4, or 5. If I put it here, then we'd have to have a 3 here at minimum. Well, hang on. We're saying if there's a 2 down here, the 3 could go up there. Then we'd have a 4 here. Alright, that could work. So we could potentially have 2 down here. I don't think it could be anywhere else. Could it? If it were here... No, this breaks. It's meant to be a question mark. Okay, so if that is a 2, is there anywhere else we can do this? No, I don't think so. I think it would have to be like this if this is a 2. Now, is there any other way that I can disprove that? Let's put in the rest. It's one of those. So that's one option. Kind of. That is the piece that goes here. I don't know if I'm going to find that clear later. So the 4 and 5 is the other option. How would the 4 and 5 go? So you can't be a 5 because you have to come out here and be part of a 4. Anything that can't be a 5 has to be part of the 4. So you could be either this shape or that shape, I think. And then the 5 would be either here or here. And I expect it would be that way. No, it would depend on one of these inequalities would tell me. That's meant to be a question mark in the middle there. That's not a good one. L that way, L that way, and that's a bit better. So those are my options in there. So in this orientation, we would need this needs to be bigger than something here. So that would force this to be a 3. Okay, hang on. You are a 3 or 4, but I want to change how I'm doing things here. So if we're this way around, we'd either have a 4 or a 5 here. But I've said somewhere that this can't be a 5. Why have I said that this can't be a 5? Ah, because it has to be less than something. Okay. So if we're this way round, we've got this. And so this is the top option of all of these. So the top option is that this would be 4, so this would have to be a 5 up here. 5. Over here, this would also have to be a 5. This would have to be a 2 or 3. And down here, 5 is bigger than 2 to 4. So this could either be a 3 or 4 according to that. 3 or 4. And over here, that's bigger than 3 or 4. Or 2. 2 to 4. Now the other option looks like this. And that would have this being bigger than 3, so this would be 4 or 5. Same here, 4 or 5. Here, need to be smaller than 4, so 2 or 3. So it's 2 or 3 either way. And down here it could only be 2 or 3, so it could only be 3 according to this. And over here, smaller than 4, so 2 or 3. Is this helpful? I don't know. I don't know yet. That's eaten the 2 this way. So in fact, that would have to be a 3. That would have to be a 3. And look, this would be a 4. This would have to be a 3. This would have to be 2, but I've already got the 2. So this does not work. I probably should have been able to get that quicker. Okay, so this looks to me like it's this. Okay, I need to pause again. One moment. So, I was somewhat sure about this. Not completely sure by any means, but I think I am going to go with it. So if this were a 4, this would, if this were a 3, this would have to be a 2. That would eat the 2. We will see. 5 here. This is very unlikely to be the 2, I think. But I don't know. This one is, seems to be very difficult. In fact, I may as well clear all of this now. Yeah, I really don't know where to go next. It's very hard to think about. Okay, so less 2 to 4 here and 5 there. So these are certainly not connected. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that at least connects to here, I think. 2, 3, 4. This doesn't necessarily go anywhere else. This could be the same. It's going to have to be a 2 or 3. There just aren't enough inequalities, I think. So the mismatch in range is certainly going to play in, but can't make it happen yet. It's too early. I need to, I really need the 2s and 3s to get eaten up. So I guess I can start crossing things off. So L is gone. In fact, let's just cross, L, just cross it out. And the P is gone. Cross. So what am I going to do here? So a 3x3 box. How many options do I have? I guess I can do the same thing I did up there down here and see what I come up with. So let's clear that for now. So it's not interesting to anybody that these are 2+. What about here? Well, it's got to be 3 to 5. And this has got to be smaller than something, so 2 to 4. And that's really all I've got. So if the 2 were in here, no. Say I've got, I could have 4, 2, and 3. That would be possible. Or I could have 3, 2, and 4, like that, although I can't do exactly that. Can't do that either. Do I have other options here? I have a 3 like this. I could have a 3 like that. No, I can't. I can't have 2 3s, because that would mean I need 3 3s. I could have a 2 and a 4 like that. So let's draw some options here. One is T, angle, and small bar. Another was O, and either of those. Were there others that I had? Can't do a big T. So how could this possibly be a 5? Can't do that. I can't cut these off. So it would have to come here. Yeah, it can't be a 5. There's no way for that to be a 5. So 3 or 4. So how can I make it a 3? I could do that. No good. I could do... Can't do that. I could do this. No, I can't. I could do that. No, I can't. This doesn't work, right? Because of that. I hope I'm right about this. So I don't think this can be a 3, in fact. I think it has to be a 4. And if it's a 4, what can it do now? It can't come up here. It could eat all this. Or it could do can't be a T. Can't be that kind of T. Can't do this. Well, no. Can't be an L. So I think it'd have to be an O. I've ruled this out as well, haven't I? Wait, why did I say this can't be a 3? I don't think I tried this. Because I said earlier that that could work. Damn it. 3 or 4. So these are the two options. I don't think there are others. So yeah, there's this. Or there's this with either 3 and 2 there, or 2 and 3 there. It looks like either way, the 2 is in here, so the 2 is spoken for. Unless I can find another way to fill this. There's no way that I can have a 5 because of this inequality chain. I think probably the 2 is there. I think probably this is the solution. Oops. I need to keep thinking about whether there's another solution. I definitely kind of... Well, not if that is true. So I think I'm going to go with this for now. So one of these is taken. I mean, the 2 is taken by one of those, and the 3 is taken by one of those, and the O is taken. Didn't like that line. That's better. Okay. So, this is still 3 or 4, or possibly 4 forced if I do that. This needs to be then be... Well, we can't have 2s anymore at this point. So this is now 3 or 4. This is now forced 3. And if this is forced as being 3, then I'm not allowed any 3s anywhere else. One of them's here and one of them's there. So that means that this would be a 4. This would be a 4. This is 4. Why did I rule this out? I haven't. It's just that the 2 is in here either way. Right, I need to step back a bit. I shouldn't have crossed that out. Okay, yeah, we can cross that. So, in this box, I've either got the 3 bar, the 2 bar, and the 2x2, or I've got the angle, the 2 bar, and a T. Either way, the 2 is in there, so I can cross it off. And that means this is not a 2, and this is not a 2. So if the one of the 3s is in here, and that's the other 3, then I can get rid of other 3s off of the map. So this is a 4. This is a 4. So there's 1 in here and 1 there. Well, this one cannot be the long one. It can only be the angled one. So that puts the long one in here. So that does get rid of that possibility. So one of these is going to have this. And that'll be decided by some logic, probably this logic. Actually, can't be by that. It'll have to be decided by something else, and I'm not sure what. I'm getting a worrying feeling that I have something wrong here. So I have a line here. What else? So less than 4. Well, now I've got another problem, don't I? Because less than 4 can only be a 3. And I've already got both 3s spoken for. So no. I've taken a wrong step. Oh boy, this is a hard one. Okay, I think I'm going to have to restart. So I'm going to clear that, and we're going to think about it again. So range 2 to 5, mismatch. So 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. I guess I can do that everywhere else. Uh, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and now 4 to 5 in this spot. 2 to 4, 3 to 5. 2 to 4, 3 to 5. Alright. So let's think about in here again. Maybe I'll start here this time. I don't know. So here, to fill up the 9, I could have a 5. It would probably have to look like that. So 5 and 4 might be acceptable. I need something bigger here, so 5 would have to be here and here. I never filled these out. Okay. If I don't have a 5 in here, what could I have instead? And is there any other kind of 5 that I could have? Can't have that. I could have that. Because you can only be a 2 to 4 as well. So yeah, I think the only options are this and this. I can't have this because this one's orphaned. So it could be could be that. Okay, what if I don't have a 5? It would have to be a 4 and a 3 and a 2. How would that fit? 2, 3, 4. Might be okay. Then I need something smaller than 4 here, so either 3 or 2 on this side. So immediately that would eat up both 3s and the 2. Then I wouldn't be able to fill this, would I? Because this, at best, would be a 4. And then this would be a 3, but I've already eaten up both 3s and a 2. The 2 is there, 1 3 is here, the other 3 has to be here because there's no 2 available. So this is not good. And I wonder if that is the case no matter which combination of 2, 3, and 4 that I put in here. There might be a combination that doesn't have this problem. But something, if it is a 2, 3, and a 4 in here, something has to touch this square, this inequality. And if there's a 2, 3, and 4 in there, at best the 4 touches this, and I've got the same problem. The 3 is eaten up, the 2 is eaten up. The other 3 would have to go here. And then there's no 3 available for this. Or even if this were a 4, this would then have to be a 3. Or I can just look at this one actually. If there's no 2s and no 3s available, then there's nothing for this square. So it cannot be a 2, 3, and a 4 in here. It has to be a 4 and a 5. And I could only see 2 ways of doing that. These can't be part of the 5s. They would have to be part of the 4. Therefore, this also has to be part of the 4. Now there's only 2 4s I can make. The T and the L. That's a quicker way to think about it. That means all of these are connected. Now, do I have the same problem if I make this part of the 4? I don't have both 3s eaten up yet. I don't have any 3s eaten up yet, in fact. Because I don't have a 2 eaten up. So something smaller than this 4 would go there. So either a 2 or a 3 would go here. I've said this is 3 to 5. Right, it can't be a 2. Oh, it's got to be bigger than this. Silly me, it's got to be bigger than this. And I think this is going to be a 4 either way. So this is a 5. But here we do need smaller. So this would have to be a 2 or 3. So that's one of them eaten. Bigger than a 4 would have to be a 5. It could be a T instead. Oh, but wait, I guess I can disprove the converse. Yeah, if this... Oh wait, no. It's a greater than, not a less than. Okay, hang on, let's keep thinking about this. So 4, we need something smaller. So it's either a 2 or a 3. Or if this is here, then it's 2, 3, or 4. So I think I should keep this as 2 to 4. Okay, so I shouldn't be thinking too hard about this one, maybe. Do you know what, maybe I just leave it there for now. So this is a 4. This is a 4. This is a 4 or 5. This is 5. This is 5. Okay, now, 4 or 5 greater than 2 to 4, still correct. That has to be a 5, that has to be a 5. This could be a 3 or 4, 2 or 3, alright. All of that still stands. I should clear this, I don't know that. So, and then we've got pressure on on P, on U, on T, and on L. But none of them chosen yet. Okay, what can I do over here? I can think about it the same way. It can either be a 2, 3, and a 4, or it can be a 4 and a 5. So what can we do? It could be 3. Could it be a 4 and a 5? These can't be 5. So no, it can't be a 5. Because look, this would have to get out, which stops this from being... Oh wait. 5. No, because I can't have 2 2s. I don't see any other way of making this a 5 that leaves the right kind of gaps. So I don't think this can possibly be a 5. 3 or 4. And if we can't have a 4, then we need a 2, a 3, and a 4. Sorry, if we can't have a 5... but can we? If we had a 5 here... I can't have a 4, because this can't be one. So no, I can't have a 5 in here. It needs to be a 2, a 3, and a 4. This can't be part of a 2. But I can think of various ways to fill this out. This could all be 3, 4, and 2. Could be 3, 4, and 2. So that's one option. Option 2. Let's see, if I make these a 3, I could do that. Oh, I feel like there's going to be a lot of options here. Three. No, I can't do that. So I'm starting off by, for some reason, by wondering about all the ways that this could be a 3 here. Can't do that. Can't go sideways. Yeah, there are other combinations here. Can't have 2 3s and a... No, can't do that. I think they might be the only options if this is a 3. So if this is a 2, it can't go up, it has to go right. This would then have to be part of a 3. So I could do that. Or this. Anything else? Yes. So there's lots of options here. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 4. You said that's not good, right? Yeah. 2. It might be the only options. Ah, and that. No, I've already got that. Oh, I didn't list that one. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Bit better. But it's 2, 3, 4, whatever we do. So it could be the long 3 or the bendy 3. I can see ways to do both. But the 2 is gone. And there's pressure on the T, the L, yeah, the T and the L. And the 2 is gone. So the 2 is in here, but it could be at the bottom or the top. Either here, or neither. It could have been there. So in this case, top is a 3, middle is a 3, bottom is a 3. And here I've got 4, 3, 3. Here I've got 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 3, 3, 2. I don't think there were any constants in any of that. So top left was 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 3. Middle was 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3. Bottom was 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. So the bottom one was never a 4, huh? Do I have a way to make the bottom 4? Yes. Yes, I do. That's more options. Option 7, but the bottom is a 4. Was there another way? I don't think so. I think that's the only way. I mean, we discussed this earlier, actually. So there's a bit of pressure on an O now. That would take both... No, never mind. So this could be 2, 3, or 4. 3 or 4. And 2 or 3. And so that doesn't narrow this down at all, unfortunately. But it does tell me that at least one of the 3s and the 2 are in here. So, at best, as far as this one's concerned, this is a 2. This could be a 3 or a 4. So we don't necessarily eat up the last 3 yet. I was hoping to very quickly eat up the last 3. Maybe we can. Hang on. So if there's a 3 here... Oh, that's another option too. I hadn't written that one. That'll do. Hopefully I'll understand that. Where was I going? So something here's got to be more than 3, so this would have to be a 4. Less than a 3? Well, that's impossible. We can't have this being a 3. So we've got a 2 in here in all cases, right? Yes, 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 yes. We've always got a 2 in here. So this can't be a 2. Not a 2. So it's 3 to 4. And this has to be... Wait. It's too dark. Don't like it. Too bright. There we go. Go back a bit. I'm saying this is 2 to 4, but no, this can never be 2 because the 2 is taken. So this has to be 3 to 4. And if that's 3 to 4 as well, well then I've got 3 here and 4 there. Okay. I had 2 options for 4 there. Not you, not you, not you, not you, and not you. So these are the only options that I can see for this now. Either here, 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 or we connect these and do some hijinks here. Alright, let's go down path number 7. No, let's go down path number 5. That makes this a 4, this a 3, and this could be... Oh, this doesn't get narrowed at all. Okay, let's have a look at the other path. Still don't know if this is a 2 or 3. This is a 4. And this is going to be bigger than a 4, so that would force this to be a 5. So that does narrow this a little. Does that help me? A bit. Actually, what I hadn't seen is that I've already got progress here, because I have a 3 in here no matter what. Yeah, it's either a 3 I-bar or... Oh, it's a 3 I-bar, either way. Let's draw this up here. Okay, so these are my 2 options for here. Either way, we've got a 3 I-bar, and we've got a 2. And both of them have a 4 here, which makes this necessarily a 3. So that is the other 3. In fact, it's got to be a twisty 3. Probably helps. But either way, both 3s are accounted for. And that means we can do some stuff up here. Because this now has to be a 4. This has to be a 4. This has to be 4 to 5. In fact, it has to be a 5. This has to be a 5. That means this has to be a 5. That means we've got this and this. We cross off T, cross off U. Does that help me here? No. This is an interesting situation, which I think may be broken. No, it isn't broken. So these 4s, they have to cluster. And that means I can wipe this off and make a decision. Now I've got this, this, and this. This feels like progress, and I hope it's right. Okay, so I can cross off the O and the L. And I can narrow these. This is now a 3, which makes this a 4. This is a 4, that has to be a 3. This is a 2. So this is a 3 to 5, that one didn't narrow. Okay, I'm feeling somewhat good about this. I'm going to lock him. Need mismatch and inequality. Okay, I've got a line here. So I'm doing at least this. I could have a Z, can't have a T, I could have an I. So it's either an I bar or a Z. So far I can't say which. Here is my other 3, and it must be a bendy 3. So we're either doing that, or that, or those are the only options. So either way, you are the same. Give me a pink. Good enough. I'm not allowed L or T. So if this went this way, I wouldn't be able to do anything here. So it doesn't, it goes this way. I'm not allowed L or T. Oh, Z still works and I still works. Okay, this one's still not set. This has to be less. And I'm not allowed L. So this has to be the I bar. That gives me this. Z gone. I bar gone, though I don't know exactly where it is. Those at least connect. And it can't come here or this one's in trouble. So that's my I bar. Now I'm down to these. Everything else is a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're either the L or the I. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're either the Z or the U, but I've already got a U, so you're the Z. I don't have pressure on P. I have pressure on L and I. I think we've just got to try filling it. So I could do something like this. No, we're in trouble there. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so if this is here, then I might have a Y here, E here, V here. I don't have L yet, so L here. Oh no, I've got another P. No good. Let's see, what are my other options? Or maybe I'm already in trouble, come to think of it. There we go. That was really hard. Really hard. I am so glad that I got there. I wonder if I made the right deductions. It certainly wasn't efficient. Oh, all that processing is done. Good. Okay. What else can I see? I know there's at least a couple more hiding. Okay, here's one. Difficulty 3, puzzle 16563. Shape bank. 5 bars and 2 by 3s. Alright. So you've got to be an I bar. You're at least that big. And you're at least that big. You might be part of that. Or you might not be. You might be part of another one. You're at least this big. What's our size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 by 7. Here, you're at least that big. I've got lines here and here. And here. Where do I go from there? 8 across. Now, there's nowhere here where I could have a 2 by 3. So I can't have a 5 bar along the top. Because there'd be 3 left. Or rather, something would have to descend. Wait, can I at all? Say I had a 5 bar here. There's nothing I can do. Say I had a 5 bar here. Same problem. Say I had a 5 bar here. Not the same problem, as long as this fills this. But that can't happen over here. So 5 bar there. This would still have to fill this, but I'd have to have a 5 bar downwards. So I don't know where that one is, but I know that is part of a 5 bar, and I know that this does extend to the corner. Either I've got a vertical here, or I've got a vertical here. I need this to be part of my bar. It could be that one. This isn't big enough for vertical I bar. So it could be a bunch of horizontal I bars. Maybe. But then nothing fits here. Because this is part of a 2x3. Could be one of those. But no, still nothing fits there. You. Can I narrow you down? You might do this. That looks almost reasonable. Oh, we've hit trouble. I should have known from this. Ah, of course, I need to have... need to have this as part of a 2x3. And that narrows down what this can be. So I can't have a vertical here. So that means these do come here. Now here, what are you? I've got a line here. You can't be a sideways, so you're going to have to be one of these. If you come out this way, then we're in trouble here. So you're this, and you're here. Now I know your size. Oh, I've already got it. I feel like I'm in trouble. If you're vertical... Oh, actually that does fit. That was tricky. Where was that? Was that down here? Might have been. Oh, I see something. Puzzle 3, difficulty 3. 52725. Shape bank 2, 3, 2s and 3s. Okay, so I've got a 2 here, I've got a 3 here, a 2 here, a 3 here. I'm only allowed 2s and 3s. You're a 3. You might go up or you might go down. If you go down, we're in trouble, so you do go up. You're a 2, don't know which way. You're a 3. You can't go there. So you must go another way. Okay, what else have I got? A 2 here. 3 here, but I don't know which way. A 3 here. This is at least a 2, and it's a 3, so that would be fine, potentially. That might be fine. I need this to be part of a 2, and I need this to be part of a 2. That still be okay? 2 there, 2 there. Looks alright. Otherwise, 2 here, 2 here. Doesn't look alright. Are they the only options? Let's check this again. This is a 3. If it goes down, I need a 2 here and a 2 here. And everybody appears to be happy. If it goes right, I need a 2 here which has to go there. I need a 2 here which has to go there. We are not happy. So you go down, then I've got 2 and 2. You need to be a 2. Which way do you go? Not left. You go down. You're part of a 3. If you're part of that one, then you're a 2. You're a 2. I mean, that works. Oh, that was it. Alright. Good. Anybody else? Oh dear. 5. 4, 7, 7, 3, 7. Non-boxy inequality. So I've got 1, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here. So if we start off by saying this is minimal, but it can't be, it's got to be at least 3, because everything less than a 3 is boxy, and you can't go right, and you can't go down twice. You could go left twice, as long as you are then at least an L, but that would leave this boxy, so you'd have to be a U. If I did that, these are no good. Alternatively, you can go down. Then this would have to be at least 4. Could be... Can't be that, because that leaves things boxy. Can't be that, because that leaves things boxy. I can't have a 4 and a 2. It would have to be a 3 and a 3. But this can't be a 3. It's got to be bigger than a 3. It's got to be at least a 4. So if I try this again, this is one option. We've got 3 and 5. Another option is straight down, and I'd have to have at least a 4 here, and then whatever here. Oh, no, we can't do this. That's boxy. So the options are, assuming it's a 3 and not something huge. In fact, let's say it's a 4 for a moment. We could have this, I guess. Then I've got to have something bigger than 7 here. 7, 8. Then I need to have something bigger than 8 for this. That's not going to happen. So 4 is too big. 3 is just right. I can't do this, because 4 and 2 won't cut it. 4, 1, 1 won't cut it. 5 is no good either. 6 is no good. So I think I do in fact need to do this, which means I need 6 up here. And I bet it's going to look like that. That means I need 7 here. Might look like that. Then I need 8 here. Oh, but I've got trouble. 3, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it is big enough. No, because that's boxy. Okay, rethink. Why did I rule this out? Right. Because I need non-boxy. And that's boxy. I ruled this out, did I? Yes, because it's boxy. Shit. It really feels like this needs to go down so this can scoop up this. Well, yeah, it can be 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, why didn't I see that? Huh. That wasn't a 5. Come on. Okay. I see you. And you're the next thing. So it might just be this one here. Let's see. Difficulty 4 and 80723. Inequality and Palisade. I haven't had Palisade for a while. Okay, so this is an ending. This is a corner. So if we went this way, we would have to go this way. And this would then be less than something here. So it might end up being something like that. Doesn't seem realistic. So maybe we'll go the other way for now. You're then an angle. You need to be bigger, so you're at least that. You need to be bigger than something, so perhaps you're this. You're 5. So I could have a 4 here, that satisfies both of these. You're the end of something. Possibly a 2 and a 1? You've got to be more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that was a cakewalk. Yeah, the intuition there. I started this one going this way, and things just didn't look good when I had this T-shape the other way around. Alright, where's that left us? That has left us in the inequality area at 41 plus 6. 47 inequality puzzles conquered. I think I may have found them all, but it is an absolutely reasonable possibility that in fact I have not. So one more little look around. I'm most suspicious, honestly, of... Oh, there's one. I'm most suspicious of the trees. I'll come back to that one in a minute. I was ready to stop and have some food there, but if there's just one puzzle left, not stopping there. Okay. So, let's attack this. Inequality only. Alright, do I have any chains? Here's one. So 1, 2, and 3 seems like a decent place to start. I don't really know where to go from there. Okay, this is interesting. So I might have something like 1, 2, and then that's got to be less than this. And that's got to be less than this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That feels pretty good. Then that is less than this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I going to do about this? If this were longer, say 6, maybe I could cut it here actually. I've got... These can't interfere with each other. They currently interfere. So I might have to cut them. This 5 has to be less than something that's here, though. Maybe that? And then I need a 7 along here. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad at all. Were these both sort of... No, okay. I wondered if both of the veranda here was sort of brick wall ones. There's been a few other sort of brick wall ones like that in the past. Alright, I think that is it for the inequality area. 41 plus 7 for 48 puzzles solved. So I think with that, I will bid you adieu. And yeah, finished with the inequality. Next, well, I don't know which way I'll go actually. I don't know if I'll go this way or take another path over here. I'll probably take one of these paths, but we'll see. Yeah, so for now, inequality area has, as far as I'm aware, been conquered. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye for now.